Good day to all. We have reached Saturday. I hope everyone is well. Everyone is doing okay. Hope that if your week was challenging, you can now relax yourself and enjoy a beautiful weekend. That's what I hope. Also, check out my new nails, guys. New nail set. Do you know what? That's what I'm going to do. Every time I get a new nail set, check it out. Beautiful, right? To ombre orange, a few diamantes on the end. Yeah, right. Yeah, girl. Yes, I know. Cool, right? Thank you so much for the compliment, Sunny Sunshine. So today, guys, it's a Black People panel. Thank you, Sophie. Good to see you. Good to see you. I love seeing familiar people in the comment section. Sophie, Sunny Sunshine, Mr. 555. Hi, thank you so much. You tried to come up yesterday. Please look, it's Black People panel today. So I hope that you do want to come up and chat. So as I said, I've got like a few topics what we talk about, but again it's just a general black conversation. So I put spirituality, LGBTQIA plus, disabilities, neurodivergence. Last time it was an all male panel. Last time I was so surprised, but it was so lovely. Those of you who were here last week, it was really beautiful to have just such a wonderful collection of men that were brought together. And of course, we talked about lots of different things, and it was a very pleasant conversation. So, good day to everybody. Hi, Keelan. Thank you. I think that's how you say your name, right? Keelan. Yes. Good day to you. Let's see. Someone wants to come up. Who wants to come and join me now? Oh, yeah, Mr. 555. We click accept. Has it clicked it? Yes. Yes. Hello there, how
Hello.
are you? Hi,
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 how are
hi,
you?
hi. I am wonderful, thank you. Really good. Thank you so much for coming up. So I think what was my topic yesterday? Oh, it was yesterday you tried to come up, wasn't it?
I don't remember too much in
Yes, I think it
terms
was
of what the
yesterday.
topic was.
Yeah, yesterday's one was why do something like why don't white people understand that they like nobody hates white people more than white people do, because they always try to blame black and brown people, say, oh, you don't hate us. It's like, have you guys checked yourselves? Like, you guys are the most
Yeah,
just like you, like they really do. And of course the reason why they dislike themselves so much has been affected, like the rest of us, the rest of the entire world has been affected because of those reasons. But yes, I
exactly.
mean, literally this is a black conversation today, so welcome. Last
Thank you.
time we talked about neurodivergence quite a little bit, actually. The first person that came to my panel, it was a gentleman from the UK, of course, from England. And we were talking about being, I think he said he was autistic. Myself, I'm ADHD. So we talked a bit about that. We didn't quite get onto disabilities. I don't think we had anyone who had particular disabilities, but we talked about the BAFTAs and the N word at the BAFTAs and how traumatizing actually it was for Black people. It was very disappointing. LGBTQIA course community. I talked about the massive homophobia that lives in parts of the Caribbean, you know, in Jamaica. I talked about that. I talked about my own experiences with spirituality, and also the gentleman on the panel as well also did, whether it came through religion or spirituality themselves. And then of course we talked about just things around the world, things that are affecting us in the diaspora. We talked about our African roots, our Caribbean roots, and what we think our own futures are, or the futures is for Black people. Like, where are we going to go? What are we going to do? So is there
Yeah.
anything on your mind, Mr.
Um,
555, at the moment? And just, yeah.
More so us as a, I say, yeah, Africa, Caribbean. I just say us as a race, mainly just
Mm.
deconstructing. Um, these topics in regards because I'm black, I'm pansexual, that's
Hmm.
who I am, whatever. It's mainly
Fantastic. Can I just
deconstruct.
quickly ask the ethnicity of both of your biological parents, if you know them?
Yeah, yeah. So Nigerian, Nigerian.
Hmm.
I'm
Okay,
I'm
fantastic.
both of my parents are Nigerian. I'm Nigerian. My
Hmm.
ethnicity is Nigerian.
Cool.
But British born, bred
Yeah.
type. You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, cool. Carry on, please.
it,
Yeah.
thank you. It's more or less just deconstructing the homophobia within
Mm.
our community, and I think that is not even think. I know that's closely linked to colonialism, where it
Yes,
was
it
enforced
very much is.
upon our race to. to be like, hey, even for example, this was a month ago.
Mm,
Not it sounds weird. Oh, I just found out, but because you as you know it, Africa is ethno-linguistic. It's comprised of
hmm
ethno-linguistic tribes. Even tribe, that's a
yes.
derogatory word term. It's more or less kingdoms, right? And within
Thank
said
you.
king,
Yes.
yeah, hell yeah. Within said kingdoms, there wasn't we didn't adhere to European like last names and it just goes to show like even in terms of like spirituality, there was like two spirited and they embraced other genderly roles. We were way
Mm,
ahead in
hmm
terms of that, and it's like how
That's
that was just so enforced because unfortunately we currently we have obviously our history, but most of it has been suppressed and like um how can I properly articulate this? uh it's been heavily suppressed
yes.
via like European like type colonizing
hmm
colonizers like
It's what
with
they
their
do.
history.
It's what
It's
they've
all
always
yeah,
done.
it's always been
Mm,
spoken of a negative lens or
mhm.
as an attempt to or as a thing to just dehumanize us, right? Hi
Yes.
Angela, thank you so much for the roses, thank you. um so oh, I need to share your live. I didn't do that. I need to do
Oh, please. Yes,
that.
thank you.
Let me share it
Yeah,
up. Let me
anybody
share it
here,
up.
please do. Yeah, everybody here, please do share the live. Please do like and share it. Of course, the more Black people that come to the conversation, the better it is for all of us. And again, thank you so much to people who have gifted so far. Please continue to do that. Please like, please share, because then more people are reached and we have an even more beautiful conversation. So normally I don't really do that. I ask other people to do it because I'm just more engaged in the conversation. But yes, please
Yeah.
continue. Mr.
uh
505.
yeah, it's I just fit it's just a rampant issue with the homophobia, just that, and it's like,
Yes.
how can we be as a race homophobic when we are already prejudged? We're already experiencing the devastating effects of racism, institutional
Yes.
racism, and all of that of the kind. So it's like it's pretty much you just we're shooting ourselves in the foot with that.
Yes,
We
absolutely.
are
I
like.
actually did I do quizzes quite often on my panels, and I did do an LGBTQ plus panel, well, just like a quiz sort of thing. Actually, it was more of a conversation, and about how the English really were the ones that set most of us back, right, due to their colonization, and they made
Mm,
homosexuality illegal in the 1500s when they pushed Christianity throughout the world. Like, we're very aware of, well, I mean, us who are awakened Black people, right? We're very aware now of how much colonization has done to us as people. The fact that we were more sexually fluid and more sexually liberated, and we did not put ourselves into boxes. It was only because Europeans didn't understand how free we were that they started to make us smaller and put labels on us. And now we have things like LGBTQIA plus, so they can understand, not so we can understand, so they can understand. We can understand so they can understand, and it really
yeah.
is a shame. So, and when they did this in the 1500s, they made homosexuality a crime, and it was punishable by death. And so then people, of course, started to go back inside themselves. And when people generally, when you are not able to be yourself, you end up so depressed and so angry, and then you start taking it out on people around you, whether it's your friends, family, community, or rest of the country. And that's what, of course, makes it not good. And I think obviously it must have come through white culture that they maybe had some feelings as well that they had, of course, which was homosexuality, or however they wanted to identify. But because their own people vilified it, they had to, of course, try to vilify everybody else. So we have a lot of work to do in the Black diaspora in terms of understanding gay liberation, lesbian liberation, transsexuality, all of those things, because like you say, like we know,
Mhm.
is that this was not a problem until the white man come along. And it's very frustrating because we had hundreds of thousands of years as people, and they ruined it in just 400,
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of years, and you ruined it in
Ye-
400. So we have a lot of work to do to
Absolutely.
undo all of this.
1 billion%. You
Hmm.
couldn't have said it even better. And it's more, it's so sad because of the tools that they use with divide and conquer, even
Yes.
this day with the current effects, the aftermaths of what we're seeing in the Congo with Ebola, how they built said cities,
Mm.
X, Y, and Z, the fact that they sliced our okay, these countries, Africa wasn't even called Africa. It was called the mother of mankind. How then, in terms of these countries, quote unquote, how they were carved like cake in a Berlin Convention. What
Yeah,
has Berlin, what has Europe got to
1884.
do with? Thank you, thank you. Like, and it's just like, and what I have. Okay, with me, I will always, I have revolutionary optimism. Revolution is a
Same
greatest
here,
form
brother.
of love. Like,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. It's sad that now I see our people, unfortunately, the lack of collective race consciousness and how
Mm.
it's so beneficial, but how it's so beneficial towards the current establishment of whiteness to uphold
Yes.
whiteness. The fact of that we are so racially divide, like unfortunately most of us lack racial collectivism. So
Mm.
it's incumbent upon, yes, these things, they may seem, oh, X, Y, and Z, the little things, but it's like taking a chunk at the elephant. Then
Yes.
eventually we will get to that. I I
Yeah.
I, I genuinely believe that.
I
I,
believe
I
the
I
same
have,
as
yeah,
well.
faith in that.
Yeah, I have the same optimism as well. I think um, we've said quite a lot on my platform anyway, at least in my conversations, that I know that it's up to the awakened people or to black people in the diaspora. Like we're more aware now. In comparison to our brothers and sisters who are still in the motherland, there is still a lot of colonization that still lives there, regardless if they're very aware of it or not. But it's up to us now with the knowledge. And I do also have the optimism as well. And I do realize now that it's up to those of us who do know to create the spaces for these conversations. I do see at the same hand, like you say, like too many people not being aware and they're falling back into the traps of what the white Western European wants, which is the division, right? So the conversation topics that I see sometimes are so anti-black from black people, and it frustrates the hell out of me, really and truly. I've said this and I give this example quite often, still having stupid conversations about black women's hair, still talking about, oh, whether black men are providers or protectors or whatever. Like that shit is so behind. We're supposed to be talking about unity, not what divides us, what unites
Mm,
us. And yeah, this is what I realize is that when I see men, especially because honestly, I need to see more black men on this platform having their own conversations. When I see black men, I'm always like, please, can you start running your own lives? Because there's a lot of weight on Fox round here on these parts. There's a lot of weight
yeah,
on me. Yeah, because I literally try. And the thing is, I have great people that come to this conversation, people like yourself, who've got so much knowledge.
thank you.
And you need to share these things on your own platform so we can then come to you, because it is very frustrating because we know how these algorithms work, right? Is that they'll show you all the particular lives, but you'll see there's a lot of anger and there's a lot of,
Oh
the
yeah,
right wing, they're just like
they make
crying and
so much
screaming.
money off of
And
it,
that,
and
yeah,
also
and that's the thing.
it's rude.
Mm,
Unfortunately, the people that own this, right? Because
yes.
they're rooted. I mean, the owners are rooted in such racist ideologies, racist, ethno, European type ideology. So they're gonna do their utmost best to suppress the truth, of course. Like,
Exactly.
so, uh, again, yeah, yeah. That's it. I agree with you. I do agree with you 1 billion%. I will
Thank you.
set up more lives and spread
Yes,
the word.
please
Spread the
do.
word.
Please do. Yeah, it's
Oh,
very, very
and also,
important.
right, I'd like to, like, I don't know if you read the book Hubert Harrison. The Forbidden Black Genius.
I think I've
That that
heard of it. I'm not a big book reader because of my ADHD. It's like hard for me to read books, but I think I have heard of it. Mm.
yeah, it that I recommend that
Mhm.
to every person who is of our race. They must read that.
Mhm.
They must read
Mhm.
that to just because of what he's done. Oh, thank you very much, Honest TV. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you, boss. Thank
Yeah,
you.
everybody here, please
Um,
follow him because I'm going to apply the pressure right now. Mr. 555, he's going to start doing some lives. Guys, he's going to start doing lives. So please follow
you
him
know what?
in
Last was it a
advance.
fortnight ago? Was it a
Uh-huh.
fortnight ago? Or was it last week? I set up a live and
Mhm.
it was terrible. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I didn't.
It takes
I was like
practice,
asking the people. I was like,
honestly.
yeah,
Don't worry, don't worry. It takes practice. The more you do it, the more you get used to it. Like, I think I'm like a year and a bit in, and only recently have I been like, right, okay, I think I'm just getting the hang of it now. But as long as you've got good moderators, that's the first thing I will say. Get great moderators. That really helps protect the space and keep it safe. And thank you, Honest TV. Honest TV, I've seen you quite a lot in the
thank you,
comment
man.
section, and you've said this feels like a safe space. So thank you so much for that compliment, because that's what we really try to do here. And I'm not sure if any of my moderators are here yet, but you'll see that I have probably like about 12, 13 moderators. I can't remember how many I have now, but just to make sure that the conversation is able to stay on topic, because these Neanderthals will always want to get involved. Like, you know how many requests
Oh
I've
yeah,
had from white people want to come up on a
oh yeah.
black people only panel so
These
far.
monsters. You know, saying all kinds of bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit
Yeah.
racist.
Yeah,
Bit
yeah,
nonsense.
they've got
Yeah,
loads of
nah,
spaces that they can go to. Yeah, shout out. They've got loads of
yeah.
spaces that they can go to, but yet they always want to colonize our spaces. Because guess what? There's a
Yep,
boring. Their spaces are
yep.
so boring, so they always want to come to ours, which are more positive, and more beautiful, and more colorful, and more interesting. And we have diversity in our conversation, and that's what they are devoid of. So that's why they always want to.
Oh
Like
yeah.
somebody who wanted
They're
to come
devoid
up,
of
somebody.
humanity.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Someone called like Mr. USA Champ or something wanted to come up. I'm like, and a
Oh,
white
fuck
profile
out of here.
picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Shut
these
up,
people are.
bruv.
They're so funny. So I'm really glad that you've come with the LGBTQIA plus angle. Because myself, I went through many different sort of not realizations, but it's a journey when you're a straight black woman living in the UK and you find men disappointing. So it's like, am I going to become lesbian now? Can I force it? Can I try it? And I was like, I still,
Can I
I'm not getting
force
there. I'm
it?
not
It's
getting there. Yeah, I
crazy.
really was like, can I do it? Can I do it? It's like I couldn't do it. And then I actually went, I was asexual as well for a bit because I just, like I said,
Oh, girl,
I
you're
was
like
getting
me. I'm
so much more.
asexual right now.
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yes. You said right now. Exactly. Right now.
yeah, right now. Yes,
It's a journey, right? Isn't
absolutely.
it? When you look at the society that you
Yeah.
live in and you're not really having that, because I think a lot of us more now, of course, we're more sapiosexual as well. We want to have a more of an intellectual connection with somebody to be able to have a deep sexual connection with somebody. And that's very
Mm.
hard to find, I find. But I found it really great actually now being on TikTok because I have amazing conversations on here that I don't have in real life. There's probably like three people that I talk to in real life that I can talk to on this same level. Otherwise, it just doesn't happen. Whereas on here, there could be hundreds of people you can talk to, and it's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, the sapiosexual thing is really, really interesting, and also asexuality as well. It's again like how can you just have connection with somebody? It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have it in a particular body. It's about the and like I love the fact that you mentioned two spirit as well.
Mm.
When you start to identify with your parts that you have, that's how you get defined like a not restricted, sorry, would be more of the word. You get more restricted because we're supposed to have more liberalism and more freedom in who we are as people, the people that we can connect with and love and share things with, and it's so unfortunate, like because of colonization it really has taken us away from who we could be. Like there is so much more
And
potential in
and
all of us than
as
what we
well
are.
to add, that is the cure to the current, because in terms of this programming that's push
Mm.
again to socially divide and conquer, whatever. Asexuality is the key. Like
Yes.
if you're not in the right position, like I'm not in the right position materially, right? I'm not in the right
Mm.
position mentally. I don't mind voicing it. Yeah, I have body dysmorphia, X, Y, and Z. So what am I going to do? I'm
Oh,
going to
me
opt out.
too.
Yeah,
Mm.
opt out. I'm asexual. I have platonic only, and that's it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
when I feel good, when I've gone through the right channels, gone through the right channels to work on that, on my health,
Mm.
then
Mm.
okay, cool. There's no complaining, there's no crying about this, there's no X, Y, and Z. You know, I
Yes.
just yeah, yeah. I don't know. Probably I'm I'm
Yes.
waffling. I don't know.
No, 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 no. You're preaching to the choir. Well, the choir consists of me, but yeah, you, we're on the same. We really are on the same page. It's like I don't feel like I mean, when you of course get older as well. I'm in my 40s now, so you lose a lot of sexual attraction to other people, and
You
I
look
naturally have started to
amazing.
do that. Thank you. 42. I'm
Stunning.
42 now.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, thank
Oh
you.
wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
So I mean, I know generally as women we do lose our sexual attraction to men anyway. And when you look at the aesthetics of life, when you see beauty, you see it more in femininity anyway. So nature, flowers, it's more feminine, right? And women is the definition of what femininity is supposed to be, right? And of course, if those of you who believe or understand me, I'm a spiritual girl, so I know we have masculine and feminine energy. So
Hmm.
when I see a more feminine presenting person, of course, that could be a male, that could be a biological male. So if I see a feminine looking male, I'm just like, you're beautiful. You're really beautiful. So I don't necessarily feel a sexual attraction, but an aesthetic attraction. I'm just like beautiful. And then of course you can still experience a romantic connection. And this is what asexuality is. It is the romance. It is the love that can come through. I saw somebody in the
Hmm.
comment section. I think, is it a Bulgarian flag you have? It says, no, you need to be intimate in order to truly connect with your soulmate, which is, if that's your experience, fine. But I'm a spiritual person. I know soulmates
But
come in
why
many
are we
different
listening
forms.
to someone from Bulgaria? Why this
Well,
is see this is a black space. What's going
well,
on?
this is a
I
black
get and
space.
okay.
Yeah.
This I have to say this as well. I apologize. Uh okay. Um and I don't mind having this discussion in terms of race consciousness and X, Y, and Z. I just cannot co-sign interracial type
Okay.
date. I just can't.
Before you go on to that point, just hold that point for me because I am just going to address
Go,
that comment just about the
go ahead.
soulmate part. Like I'm a spiritual person and I was awakened as a twin flame, and my twin flame is a white guy. So it's going to tie into exactly what you're about to say, Mr. 555. So I don't have, I mean, I'm not about preferences. I'm not about choosing. I'm about love who you love. And I don't have any sort of like want to stop myself from falling in love with someone because of the asexuality and because of the ability to see people for who they are. I would, if I had a preference though, and if I could choose, Mr. 555, I would love to have a black male partner. I would honestly love it, and I would prefer it, to be honest with you, in terms of trying to get more back into my black culture, my black spirit. I would feel more powerful, really, if I did, and if I could have a black partner. That would be my preference. But as a spiritual girly, I know that there is more out there and that is more decided for me than I can choose myself. So whoever ends up being revealed to me as my partner, the universe will tell me if that's my person, and I will just accept and go along with it. But yeah, Mr. 555, you want to give your
Yeah,
perspective
no,
on it?
no. Okay, I had that.
Hmm.
What would you call that? Like opinion
Yeah.
before understanding and being racially and historically literate in terms of
Hmm.
our race and the subjugation and okay, what really why I said the Hubert Harrison, because it all ties into it in terms
Hmm.
of, so he was a rebel, like was is black revolutionary, amazing intellect, the height, better than W.E.D. Du Bois, Booker Washington, Booker T. Washington. It's just, anyway,
Yeah.
guys, read up about it. But in a sense, in his struggles where there was like leftist coalitions, it was all the other races that partook, and as a whole uh in the just to be anti-black, just
Mm.
anything with anti, and it's like, okay, these because these racists, they all cozy up to the construct of whiteness. So it's a thing of like,
Yeah.
why would I actively, oh, okay, yes,
Yes.
spirituality, yes,
Oh,
why would I
yeah.
actively pursue someone who, okay, they might not, but still, in terms of they're still complicit in the said
Yes.
system of
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
beneficiaries of racism. So it's like, why would I actively, and even their ancestors partook in
Mm.
the dehumanization of my ancestors, and still these things are still in place. So it's like, why would I actively still? Why would I
Yeah. Of
pursue
course.
them?
If you have the
It's a matter
consciousness,
of
it
it
wouldn't make
is
sense.
political.
It would be detrimental to our people. Absolutely would be 100% detrimental to our people. That's why,
And
if you
also
have the
preservation.
consciousness, yeah, 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 I believe
It,
that too. But also on
preservation
the
in
other
terms of,
side,
for
though,
example,
mm,
go ahead. Sorry,
no,
go on.
so
Sorry.
say on the other side of it, though, this is where black people have to be more conscious, because just because you are with a black person doesn't mean they're actually pro-black. We've talked a lot about coonery. We've talked a lot about
Mm,
even if you are still with somebody who is black, how much will they identify with being black? How anti-racist are they still going to be? Do they actually understand enough about our people and the diaspora? Right? I've been out with black guys that have no fucking clue. None. And I've been out with
mm.
white guys who have more clue than they do. So that's why it has to be a consciousness. Like, don't just assume somebody in a black body is going to be the person that you should choose to be with. You have to
No,
be
no,
much smarter
I,
than
I
that.
agree. I agree a billion percent. But as well as, it's still that it's like more or less a checklist of, okay, check. Like, okay, there's things where I don't have to. Yeah, okay. Like you find someone who obviously isn't a recruit, isn't a trash panda,
Mm. Yeah.
in that regard. But I just, nah. This it's like then
Mm.
the mixing of that. I just maybe, hey, maybe it's leaning towards like Garvey. I don't know. You obviously know Marcus Garvey, with
Yes.
and yeah, like the Garvey type. But I just can't co-sign that.
Yeah.
Given the said atrocities still till this
Of
day,
course. Yeah.
and the systems that are upholding it, I
Yeah,
just can't.
it doesn't
I just
it doesn't
can't.
make sense because of the history that we do have and how
No,
toxic the world even is presently as well. It is a very dangerous
I
time.
feel like
Like
we're
if you
too
went back maybe a few
reconciliatory.
years ago, yeah, well, that too. But I think because of the way that the world is today, if we would have this conversation maybe like pre-COVID, even, I think a lot of black people would just be like, yeah, 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 cool, it's cool, I can date other races, and it's like fine. But it's very dangerous for now, and I think this is the whole point. It is dangerous for us to date white people. It is actually dangerous,
I
and
think
that's why
any
there
other
needs to be this
race.
consciousness.
It's not just a attack on a
Yeah,
whitey. No,
yeah.
I would push
Asian
back
and
on the COVID.
anti-blackness as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd also push back on the whole I think in any period, so for first for as long as these constructs like profiling and
Yeah.
institutions built in, even with governing bodies that are supposedly meant to advocate for our own humanity, has
Mm.
been propped up by white liberals that claim to be for the betterment of our people. I just simply cannot endorse nor co-sign that.
Yeah.
And People, well, obviously, people would, yeah, again, with the racial consciousness, they would be like, oh, they would
Yeah.
attack me, or they would slant, use ad hominem. But it's like that's
Mm.
the most simplistic form. Like that's like just like step one. It's not even a mile. It's just like
Yeah.
I just I just can't. I can't co-sign. I don't care. Like why? Yeah, I just I
Mhm.
don't believe in, oh yeah, um that person would love me
Mhm.
or anyone who is black. I think it's just rooted in fetishization,
Oh
you know.
yeah, a lot of it is. I mean, I work as a dominatrix. Some people know here, some people don't. And
Let's
I've dealt with a
go. Get
lot
your
of,
coin. Let's
yeah,
go.
yes, yes, dude. For over, is it
I
15 years now? So of course, a lot of my clients have been white males, and a lot of it is through fetishization. But most of it, actually, most of it, because when they come to me, is because they know I have the knowledge and the power. It's actually not fetishization. Years ago, when I was in my 20s, and in my mind, that's what I also thought too, because again, my frontal lobe is not fully developed. And then as I got older and I
Mm.
was having bigger and better conversations like I have now here, it is because they've always needed a strong black woman to lead them. And this is we can get deep into this conversation, but
Yeah,
I've
let's
literally
do
been
it.
doing this
Let's do
yeah,
it.
for a very, very long time. And they've realized that the earth, of course, was birthed by black women. They know it, and
Mm.
they're definitely seeing it more now. When I talk politically with them, when I talk culturally with them, they're very aware that they're of course going extinct, and they know that black women have always been the ones who were here first, and that we have been able to cultivate lands and create community and to birth and to nurture and to build, to do all of these things. They recognize it, and I've got my biggest and best education from white men. They actually were the ones that brought me back into my black power, because we know what it's like as society, like out there. They're always vilifying black people, brown people. They've always been doing it, but in a safe space, in terms of in the fetish world, that is where you can explore your biggest, deepest fantasies, which don't even mean that they're sexual fantasies. It means any other fantasy that is a case of, I can see a world of what I want the world to look like, which is a matriarchal society. They were the first people that told me it's supposed to be a matriarch. And I'm like, yeah,
Hell
you're
yeah.
right, actually. Yeah, you're right, actually. So, in terms of like again going back to races and mixing and don't mix, a lot of my it's like when I the reason why I brought up white male clients is because they were the ones who actually, like I said, uplifted me, empowered me. And if there are white men that do have an understanding of what blackness is supposed to be, they can be the ideal partners. And I think where black men come from in this subject, I think you guys see it in the terms of procreation, and you see it as the offspring of black men. You want to have more black children, right? I think that's perhaps maybe where you may be coming from. I don't know. I don't want to make any assumptions, but I also know
Mm.
Got Faith is here, so got Faith. Good to see you. I think for me, that's why I'm more open, because I don't want to have children. So I would be like, I don't care as long as you can uplift black people and you're pro-black. Like you have to be more pro-black than me. If you're of a different race, you have to be more pro-black than I am,
Yeah.
right? Don't look to me to guide
Oh.
you. I'll be like, no, you are not my partner. No fucking way. No way. I want to be looking to you and be like, damn, son, like you know your shit. Like you teach me. That's what I want. That's what I really want. But if it came down to giving birth to children, I would 100% prefer a black partner. Most definitely for that reason. Yeah, I would. I would. If I think about my
Yeah.
legacy, and
I
if I
I
think about
I,
like in
I
terms of money as well, because of course we need our reparations, we need to redistribute that wealth in the black diaspora. That is
indeed.
very important, very, very important. So if I did, I mean, I've been thinking a little bit maybe about adoption. Actually, I've been thinking about that
Adoption's great.
potentially, because I'm not.
Adoption is
Yeah, yeah, I've been thinking about it, because even
adoption
if I
is
had a white
yeah.
partner and if we adopt, I would adopt black children, 100%, and they would then carry on my legacy and hopefully do great things in the world. That's what we want, great things in the
Oh,
world.
but with a white partner though? with a white
But the kids
partner
will be
though.
black, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Eesh.
matter. It wouldn't matter. The kids will be
Yeah, I don't
black.
know.
They would still have a black dad somewhere, wherever he is.
Wherever he is
Wherever he is.
crazy.
Yeah,
Is
but no, but
oh
because
my
I don't want to give birth. I don't want to give birth.
no no
I
no.
don't want
I
to
know
give
I get
birth.
that. I get that. But it's
Yeah.
like the with the children it's like, and then it's like, oh yeah, I got a white husband. Ah, I don't know, man. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No,
Or
I
like
said
from
if I had a let's be clear, guys. Let me put my drink down, slam it down. I don't want anyone to misconstrue what I just said. If the partner is white, if the partner is black, if the partner is Asian, whoever the partner is, I'm not
we
having that
pray.
person's
We
baby. I'm not having
listen.
the baby,
I'm
but
gonna
the
pray to the
child will be
ancestors.
black. The child will
I'm
always be
going.
black because they will still have a
Oh yeah
black
yeah
dad.
yeah.
And that's it. That's what
Absolutely.
I'm saying. Understand me
No no no
correctly,
no.
people.
I'm praying to the
I'm still having black
ancestors that
babies, just not out of here.
indeed.
Not out of here.
Okay, okay. I'm praying to the ancestors that
Yeah.
they bless you with a beautiful black king. You know,
Yes. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank
husband,
you.
a black husband.
Thank
Amen.
you.
Eshe and all
Amen.
of that.
Ashe, you
You know.
say, yeah.
Yeah,
Ashe,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
ashe,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
ashe,
yeah.
ashe,
Ashe,
brother,
ashe,
ashe.
ashe. Yep. And
What
then
about
you
you
can
then? Do
adopt some
you?
kids
Yes.
along with the beautiful
Yes.
black husband. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm hoping. Like I
Hell yeah.
said that's what I hope. I would prefer a black partner, and if I could adopt black children, that would be great. Because in my mind, I do see some kids somewhere. Because I've been single for quite some time, right, quite some years, and I enjoy my single life very much. So I'm a very independent woman. I love it. I've traveled the world, like
Ooh,
I've
what's your
done many
sign?
things.
I'm
My
curious.
sign, I'm a Libra. Yeah, I'm a Libra.
Let's go.
So, yeah, so that means that I am the only sign that is an inanimate object. I don't know if you've recognized that. It's the only sign. So, what happens with a lot of
Hmm.
Libra females, anyway, is that we lose a lot of friendships because we're the most honest, because we don't have a human or really sort of bias. Well, how can I phrase this? Basically, we are the mirrors to humanity, and I say that a lot anyway, just about black people. We are the mirrors to humanity, and we have the ability to talk truthfully because everybody else likes superficial things and likes to lie. And it's very frustrating because the star signs tell us that our ideal partner is a Gemini, which is annoying as hell because I can't deal with Geminis.
That's lies. That's
Geminis,
lies.
no, it's true. Are you a Gemini? Please don't tell me. Are you a
Hell,
Gemini?
hell no. Oh God, no.
Okay,
I have a
good.
planet
But
in
you know,
Gemini, but I'm
Gemini
a
is the
Virgo.
narcissist. Okay,
Yeah.
Virgo is
Oh,
nice.
they are
Gemini is the
A1 S tier,
narcissist.
S tier,
Yes.
extreme
Extreme. There's a
manipulators.
reason, extreme manipulators. This is the reason why they are two-faced. The Gemini, two
Yep.
personalities, is bipolar. You get one
Nature
person
was trying
one
to
day,
tell
one
us.
another day. Yeah, and they matched us with Libra. Why? Because we're the most patient, and it's annoying because we're the most. We will uplift you as well. Thank you, so boss. Yeah, Libras, we are too sweet. We are. We're like,
What's your
oh my
opinion on
god, my god.
Aries?
Oh, my twin flame is Aries.
Hmm.
My twin flame
Two
is
sides of the
Aries, and
same
in my
coin.
yes, and yeah, so Aries is the direct opposite to the Libra on the 12 zodiac, and the Aries, in my experience, again will be superficially confident, but they have a lot of insecurities, like a lot of insecurities. So again, there will be the very go-getters, and they'll be the bosses, and they'll be the CEOs, because that's the fire sign, right? They're the ones who will like go, 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 go. I don't wait for nobody. If they actually, and males I'm talking about, I'm not sure about Aries females, I don't think I've met any, but Aries males, they would be very good at being Sigma males. So do you know anything about the Sigma male?
Oh, I've heard, unfortunately, like negative stuff about like all that
Oh
manosphere
no,
of Sigma.
the
What's
Sigma
that
is
about?
good actually. Yeah, so the
Please
Sigma has the
educate me.
traits. Yeah, I will. So let me get actually the real definitions, okay? Because I don't want to misinterpret or say things wrong. But the alpha, of course, is the go-getter, but the alpha is very toxic. Of course, we know that alpha male is generally like ends up being a woman beater and is people who always try to dominate and are not confident and
Shadow
secure enough
drinker,
to
wife
sit
beater,
back.
yeah.
Yeah, all of the negative stuff about an alpha is them. and they have to just control. They can't sit back. They can't let other people lead. But the Sigma basically has the traits of the alpha, which again is the high achiever, very social. But the Sigma sits outside of that. They don't conform to this hierarchy of personality types. They sit outside it, and they have better relationship with women. They can, like I say, they can sit back. They can lead from behind. They don't necessarily need to. And yeah, they're just more kind of like bystanders, and they're more independent as well. They don't need to find themselves confident by putting one up over other people. Like, generally they don't need to do that. So the Sigma is actually
They
pretty
love
good. The
playing pranks, Aries, though. They are they are
Sorry,
sh- they are S
they
tier. They love playing pranks, and they are S tier shit stirrers,
they
Aries. From what I
are. They
Yeah.
absolutely are. They are jokesters. They are pranksters. They have a heavy amount of sarcasm, in my experience. And also, like, a lot. Sometimes they're quite misunderstood because of this insecurity that I see in Aries males. They lead with a lot of jokes, and then when you see behind it, you see the true person, and they end up being a bit like shut down, sort of thing. That's what I found with Aries. But if you talk about beta males as well, so my clients, of course, will be beta males. They're the ones who are, more needing leaders. They need to have somebody to tell them what to do. They're more gentle, they're more selfless. And these people actually, like, they're really good at being like doctors and nurses, people that can take care of you. But the beta, again, is too easy to walk over them. And that's a problem. If you're too submissive in society, anything slides. And I always say this about English people: they're very submissive. They're too submissive, like, really and
Mm.
truly. And now that these right wing are the most submissive bitches on the whole fucking planet. Literally, they have a leader now in Tommy Robinson and Donald Trump. Men, right? These people are beta. Absolute beta.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, Tommy Robinson, Andrew Tate. Like, any men like this,
Oh,
they're looking at other
Jesus.
men. Men, lead me, guide me, lead me, guide me. Because they have got no self-worth. They've got no self-worth. They've got no
No to
personality.
low
They're just waving their
self-esteem.
low self-esteem. They're just waving their stupid flag because they're total beaters, right? Pretending
Mm.
to be alphas. And that's why they feel like they've got some kind of control, because they're DVing their wives in their homes, right? They're DVing women, not other men. Women, vulnerable
Yep.
people, their own kids. They're not alphas. They're beaters to the
And doing worse
patriarchy,
to their
pretending to be
children.
alpha. Yeah. Well, we know what they do to their kids,
Yeah.
especially their daughters. Disgusting. Like, really, really disgusting. So there are other men, of course, in that there's the gamma, there's the delta, blah blah blah. But I think the sigma is quite a good one to look into, and take the good parts, really, if you do subscribe to those. But otherwise, as a man, you should just be a decent person. That's all you need to
Yeah.
do. Just please, just be decent. That's all you need to do. Like, really look at the world that you live in. Look at the things that you don't like, and don't replicate those things.
Mm.
Why? Don't replicate those things.
I
If you want to be a good person, you want to live in a more beautiful world, replicate the good things. Do more of that.
or try to be the okay. If you see an absence of good, try to be what you see an absence of. You know what I
Yes,
mean? Like,
yes,
for
absolutely.
example, I came off a live where it was she I've forgotten her name. Oh god damn it, why am I forgetting? Is it it will come to me. Anyway, it was to do with the patriarchy, it was to do with the misogyny and X, Y, and Z. But it was like the men that were coming up on her, they were all all defending the patriarchy, all defending, uh,
Lord.
deflecting their own issues and what and just basically just spewing misogyny, just plain misogyny, and saying, "Oh, you're misandrous, you're this, you're that," and and
Because
I'm
the
like,
patriarchy
bro,
told them to say that.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I'm there waving it off. I'm there like, oh, shut the fuck and all this, and I'm just there like bringing that, raining down hellfire and brimstone, and they're like, oh, you're a panda bear. oh, you're a simp. I'm like, wow, you just reduce women to genitalia. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
And again,
this, you're that. And
repeating patriarchy, what they've told them
yeah,
with all these stupid names. Simp.
God
Yeah.
forbid you love a woman. God forbid. Like, God
Yeah.
forbid, right?
Ridiculous. These men are trying to be straight men, right? Cisgendered, heterosexual men, but they hate
No.
women so much now they don't even want to love us anymore. They literally couldn't
Yeah.
be any more gay if they tried.
Uplifting
They could not be any more
traditionality
gay.
50-50. And it's like, what, since when did traditionality become, since when was it ever good? Like,
Mm,
in terms of for women and for children
yeah.
and for other men.
Yes.
It's
That's
never been
it.
fucking great.
It's never. And again, it is all about the 1%. That's all it
Yeah.
caters for. It just caters for the 1%. And that's why I say that these men are total beaters. They totally just have, like we've mentioned, this low self esteem stuff.
Beat.
But I want to switch the topic now a little bit to spirituality and talk a little bit more
Ooh.
about like your spiritual experiences and anyone else here who's also got spiritual experiences. Because I've mentioned before that I was atheist for over 40 years, right? And 2 years ago, I had a spiritual awakening where I was shown so much stuff and it absolutely terrified me. And my parents were trying to say, oh, you should go to church and la la la. And I always said, no, no. I
Ah,
already knew inside me from 5 years old that the church was not for me. I was given the Bible. I threw that shit in the bin. I said, this is not me. Honestly, from five, I knew. And at 12, when they give you the Bible in secondary school, I always tell this story.
yeah.
When they say swear on the Bible, I literally went in the
Nope.
playground, put the Bible on the floor, took two fingers up, and I was like, yeah, I am swearing on it. At 12. That's what I did. At 12, I said, yeah, fuck yeah. And then everything changed 2 years ago. And I was shown so much. I was crying my eyes out. I literally tried to stabilize myself for about a year with all the things that I was seeing. My dreams went completely vivid. And this is how I found out about my twin flame. It was my twin that awakened me, someone that I'd known for about 16, 17 years, a long time. And it was when we reconnected again, and both of us, by the way, are atheists, that shit started to get crazy. Really and truly, I could start seeing things with my eyes closed and my eyes open. It was absolutely terrifying. I could see my past lives because I didn't believe in any of this stuff. I thought you die and that's it, game over, eternal sleep. But then I started seeing stuff and I was like, this is too much. Like, why did you have to show me all in one go? But then when I look back at my life, I realized I was getting signs and things were happening to me that I just did not register or recognize really. And yeah, my spirituality is a big part now of my life and understanding the world politically, culturally, doing the decolonial journey, decolonizing my mind out of what the white Western European influence. That's all part of it. So what about your experiences then, Mr.
Um,
555? I like that you got
yeah.
555. That's an angel number
Oh,
as
hell yeah. You
well.
know that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
555, the number of
individuality.
change.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm an
yeah.
individual, baby. You know it. uh, yeah, it was okay for me. I would say spiritual wake has been for the past 2 months, the 3 months actually, because
Oh.
yeah, it was because embracing more. Okay, background. I was raised in a household of Islam and Christianity. Did both. You know,
Mhm.
it wasn't strange.
That's the Nigerian background, though, isn't it? The
Uh,
Christianity. My dad's Nigerian, so he has the same.
uh,
Yeah.
it it
Hmm.
okay. Not gonna talk too much in terms of parents because they're not great people at all, but more so the theology. What I learned for, I always gravitated towards Christianity. I mean, hardcore. I mean, gave my life to Christ 18, 20 years old, no, 21 years old, I have a rosary bead, like kind of Catholic type tat on my chest, going to my right pec, cross is faded ish. Anyway, I'm gonna get it lasered off because I don't believe in any of that shit anymore. But it was that shift, then just it was then atheism towards, I'd say, 22, 23. I'm 26 now. Um, but then I fell into like a rabbit hole of nihilism. And then I was like, no, I don't like where this is, how I feel. I feel cold. I don't feel, it's like devoid of empathy, humanity, I don't
Yeah.
know. So
Mm.
it was like spirituality. So embracing other, like, and then when I looked into African spirituality, the Orishas, the
Yes.
different types of gods,
Gods. Yes.
Olodumare, and yeah, goddesses. Thank you very
Yes.
much. And then
Yes.
what was really surreal to me was like she's a hoodoo priestess, and then she did the free read. She was like, hey, and I remember my mum also dabbling in. Uh, she was okay. My mum, she's Christian, but more so a witch, more so like a wall, like, but a good
Wow.
type. But I wouldn't say good because she did some unethical shit. Yeah. Anyway,
Hmm.
but it was, I think, anyway. So gave her, cut the long story short, gave her offering, and it's like, wow, this. Ever since I did that, it's like, okay, wow, like a burden. I shit you not, like a burden just came, was lifted off my shoulders, and I was like, what the
Wow.
fuck? Like, it was, yeah, I don't know.
It's
I
something
don't
that you
know.
needed and it came at the right time. When the burden
Yeah.
feels heavy, that you feel lighter, that's when it's the timing of the universe or God or whoever, whatever you believe is out there, that's at the right time because yeah, if you feel it lifting, you needed it. It was the
Yeah.
right time.
I'm still confused. I'm still in a state of, I don't know, but fuck it. Like, I'm still spiritual. I still, like,
Yes.
I adopt practices from my mother, like lighting incense, and
Yeah.
like I that's
Yeah,
what
we
I'm
got a
very
light of
much to myself.
incense.
You know it.
Yes. Before most of my lives now, because the topics that I
I'm gonna
cover
light one
make the white
now.
people
Okay, cool.
angry. They make them angry. So and
Good.
I've actually
Hell
had
yeah.
some really interesting. Yes. Oh yeah. The ancestors are in me. One day I will talk a little bit about the past life that I had, which shocked me when I found out. But then when you know who I am as a person, you won't be shocked. I've discovered, say, a lot about myself and who I was. But there's particular lives, if the topic is heavier, I have to incense my phone, I have to incense my whole house, my laptop, like any sort of technology, I have to incense it because previously, before, there's been a life where somebody came through me in the spiritually, and in my dream, I could feel them grabbing my wrist. They were that
Oh,
upset at me because I also astral travel and I astral project. I can feel things in my sleep. I can hear things. I can see things. Somebody grabbed me so hard, and I literally had to try and force myself awake out of it. It was an angry white man.
oh
Yeah, so
yeah.
I really have to do a lot of protection in
They
this. But
have
I
their
love the
own
fact
magic.
that,
They have their
yeah,
own
they're the
magic
ones with the
stolen
dark
from other
magic.
cultures.
Yeah, they're the ones that did all this evil shit, like all the
Yep.
cannibalism, and they're the
Oh
ones
yeah.
that actually did all the bad stuff. They did all the bad stuff. It wasn't us. They tried to say that we are the bad ones, of course, as we know, but it's not. Like, and as when we look at all our gods and our different deities and that, especially in African spirituality, they only had the one. I can't remember his name. The one that's the trickster, who they're then associated with the devil. You know
Nancy.
this one? No,
Nancy, the spider.
no. No, 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 no. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Oh, it's annoying me, but I think it's actually more in Igbo actually. Igbo. I'm sorry, I've forgotten the name. But they basically tried to say that this person is the devil, but only because they couldn't make an equivalent of it. But he wasn't. He was just a little bit of a joker,
My
and so then
sister,
they started to
I want to learn
vilify.
Swahili. Sorry to interrupt you.
Sorry,
Pick up Igbo.
Askari, good
What?
to see you. Can I just get the ethnicity of both of your
Cheers.
parents, please? Your biological parents.
I'm from Kenya. I'm from East Africa. And 32 years old. I'm from Africa. Of course, I love my people.
Yeah.
But right now, I
Thank
just
you.
came back from North and disrespected some white people. You know what I'm saying? about culture. But
Thank you.
I
Okay,
can't
so
keep
we're just
teaching them,
talking,
like
of
sister. I
course,
can't keep
about
teaching them. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we're just talking, of course, about spirituality right now, and our influences. But what I was going to bring up as well is my experiences with African spirituality is still in its infancy, but I've had an incredible experience that I would love to share with you all. So, like I've said, I was awakened 2 years ago, and I actually started going to this festival that I've mentioned a few times to my followers already. It's called the Healing Festival. It's in Prague, and I've been there the last 2 years. I was going to go this year, but my energy is calling me to do some other things. And it's in August, I think it is. It's like 4 or 5 days in August, and it's so freaking cheap, but it is amazing. Like, I have had the biggest, best spiritual experiences that really flabbergasted me. And last year, for the first time, I came across, I'd heard about Oshun. If you guys know about Oshun, she's basically the water Orisha
mm,
from Yoruba culture, right? And
mm,
she's associated with sexuality, femininity, purity, wealth, like all of the beautiful things, right? And she's basically, like I say, a water goddess. And when I came across her first was just by somebody talking about her online. I can't remember the name of her, but it was a white woman that always used to talk about Oshun. And back then, I didn't know who Oshun was, and she would always talk about it. And then when I found out that she was a Nigerian goddess, I was like, how is she coming to this white lady? That's when I just started to think, like, oh, that seems a bit, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't want to judge as well, because I still didn't have the knowledge at the time. But when I went to this festival, they would have a lot of tarot cards and reading cards. And of course, as part of spirituality, you can start getting into cards and readings. And I got this deck, and I can't remember what it was called, but the card that I pulled out was the card of Oshun. And I said, she's obviously calling me. I need to find out more about her. And then, I'm goosebumps now when I talk about this. There was a particular event, and there was lots of different things right at this festival. So there's lots of meditations, there's yoga, there is workshops just to do with feminine energy, there's also masculine energy. Like, it really is an amazing festival, by the way, like really, really good. And I would have loved to have gone again this year, but I say the energy is calling me to do something different. But there was this one particular one that I went to where they were talking, and they were guiding you through this meditation. And all of a sudden, behind my eyes, I could see myself in a row of three other black women. We were in water, and I could just actually, before I saw the vision, my body was moving before then. Okay, so close my eyes. I didn't see anything first. My body was doing certain movements like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, over and over again. I just started doing it. So those of you who are spiritually awakened, once the energy starts to come through you, you move. And I just started doing this. And then the vision came to me. That's when I saw three other black women next to me doing the same thing. We were doing the same movement in the water. And I started crying my eyes out. Absolutely crying my eyes out. And then, of course, I think it was about an hour, right, this whole meditation. And then when I came out of it, I was just like, geez, that was literally, again, the water, like what we used to be as African people, connected to the elements, the land, the sea, and the sky. We used to speak to these things. We used to speak to the stars, the stars would guide us. Everything, the wind, every single thing that was naturally on this earth is what led us until colonization, where they took us away and made the world material. So people start chasing irrelevant material stuff instead of actually listening to their inherent knowledge that lives within all of us. When I say all of us, I mean black and brown people. All of the knowledge about the universe lives within us.
let's keep
Lives
it
with us.
African. Let's keep it as African. But carry on, sister. Let's keep it as
No,
African.
I said black and
We
brown.
don't
Brown
suffer.
doesn't mean Asian. It's black and
No, no,
brown.
no.
We are
Yes,
not black
no.
as a color as well. We're brown. So
We
black
suffer
and
as
brown
African.
people
No,
in our
we tell them,
shades.
yeah. We tell them, yeah, free Congo first of all, you know what I'm saying? Pick up yourself. I'm from Kenya, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Kenya. I'm from Nigeria. I heard you a couple of maybe last time, you know what I'm saying? I was here. My sister, you know what I'm saying? Me as a Kenyan, went to church here, right? Went to a so-called church here, right? And 1955, he put us in a concentration. You know, Mau Mau. You know, history is right there. Mau Mau in Kenya.
Mau Mau, yeah, I know,
He
yeah.
put us in a concentration camp, right? So apparently, us Africans, we supposed to care what happened The mustache
Can
man, you
you
know.
your microphone,
Yeah,
Askari,
I was
keeps
gonna say.
cutting in and out. We can hear you
Sorry,
only other
yeah, sorry,
word.
you notice
Yeah.
I'm charging my phone. Microphone check. Bad. Apparently, us Africa,
Yeah, it's
we
better.
supposed to care about the mustache man, you know, from Austria. Winston Churchill was done to us Kenyan. No big care. My sister, you know, it's me, yeah. I work all day, you know what I'm saying? So I just came back home. I just done like about 14 hours driving all the way from Germany, you know what I'm saying? I just
Okay,
got back home.
we're talking. Do you have anything to add on
Anyway,
spirituality, or are you talking about something completely
spirituality,
different
sister,
now?
I'm no, no, I know, my
Because me
spirituality,
and 555
sister,
have been having
I
some
got
nice
answer.
chats for I don't know how long we've been on a chat
All
now
right,
for
sister.
like an
No, but let me
hour.
ask something.
Me and
Let me ask
555, and
something,
you just
sister.
pop up with
Sister.
something. So what is it?
No, ask something. Ask something.
Um,
You
Let me
got the
ask.
same face as me, 555. What's
uh,
brother
Yeah.
doing,
Can
Bridget?
I ask something
What's your
spirituality?
angle now? What's your
My angle is,
angle?
as a Somali myself, we used to have something called wak, you know what I'm saying? Our church
Okay.
is
Are you talking about
myself.
spirituality still now? Yeah, you're
Yeah,
coming in
as
on the same
spirituality right
subject of
now.
what we were talking about.
Wak.
Okay, go
Like,
on.
look at my
Go
picture.
on.
Look at my picture right now. Yeah, with the original pharaoh.
I
We
can't
used to have
see.
something called wak. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Islam. So it used to be something called African culture. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, pick up yourself. Long live Africa. Free up Mama Africa.
What?
oh,
Oh, okay. I don't know.
um,
I don't know what
Africa,
you're
man.
on
Sorry, I
today.
skill you last
I
word.
think you need some
Free
sleep. You said
Congo.
you've just
Free.
finished work. I think you need
Yeah,
sleep.
let's go, man.
You
go
need
I'll
to
go
go to bed.
sleep,
I'll
go
go.
go
Don't
I
be
ain't
with
sleep,
gonna.
us.
brother.
Don't go
I'll go
online. Go
right.
to sleep and come back when
Salam
you're
alaikum.
recharged. Yeah.
Good night, good
To
night,
you
Yourself,
too.
man.
good
Big
night.
up yourself.
Good night.
Big up Africa, man.
Bye.
Long live Free Congo.
Free
Free
Congo,
Congo,
you
free
know,
Congo,
yeah,
free
free
Congo,
Congo.
absolutely. Thank you, free Congo. So
What the
yeah,
fuck was that
my
about?
relationship with Ocean, I don't know. Ascari is always an interesting fellow. um, yeah, so in terms of African spirituality, I'm glad that we've had this conversation. I'm glad you brought it up because it is reminding me to connect more again because she keeps coming in and out of my life and I've not really made a bigger connection than this yet. And I know when it comes to spirituality, you don't force certain things as well, do you? But there are signs, of course, that you get to say, oh, do you know what? Maybe you should do a little bit more reading at this point. Maybe you should do a little bit more of this. Thank you, Naomi. Says Fox, there's a deity called Wak, and it was worshipped in East Africa. I think that's what he's getting at. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being translator, Naomi. We needed a little bit of interpretation. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and I
That
started
sounds like
to,
a beautiful experience. That sounds like a
yeah,
beautiful experience.
it really was, like, really was. And I even had some other experiences where I was getting to know, like, I don't know that much about my dad's side because he came to the UK. He lived in France first and then he moved to the UK. And most of my spiritual or knowing about that side of the family has come through spirituality. So there was another instance that happened with me where, the person who was leading the meditation, it was all women, right? It was all women. And I can't remember exactly what the meditation was, but then I could see my nan on my dad's side, who I'd only met once before as a kid, and I saw my great nan, who I never knew anything about. And we were all in a circle, and my mother, like a projection of my mother, was also there, and my first dog was also there. And honestly, I cried again so hard because my first dog awakened empathy in me because I actually used to be a very cold person. I used to be very cold. I suffered a lot internally. Like I've said about the black woman's experience and growing up in a white world, it makes you very cold and hard. It really does. And because there's so much oppression and so much vilification, so much forcing of Western European life upon you that you are removed from what your culture actually is supposed to be. And so we end up being quite cold and sometimes combative, and we suffered a lot inside. And yeah, I was until I got a dog, my first dog, 2009, my beautiful baby. I'm looking over here because I've got pictures of all my dogs on the wall there that I got. One of my really good friends, she got a portrait drawn of myself and my first dog, so that's why I'm looking over at him. But he basically awakened the empathy in my whole family, actually, because my dad's Nigerian and my mum's from Grenada. And the coldness came through my Nigerian side, through my dad's side. And the dog, though, really awakened a lot of us. And the first time I saw my dad cry was when my dog died. Really. It was when my
Mm.
dog died because he used to look after him a lot when I used to go traveling. And I remember when my dog was passing away and when we took my dog to get put down, seeing my dad cry, I was like, and my dad was more upset than I was because I was getting used to it. You know, my dog got cancer, so I was
Sorry
coming
to
to
hear that.
acceptance. I knew I was going to lose him. They told me it was terminal, so I was regulating my emotions to get ready to lose him. And honestly, thank you, Skyper. Good to see you. It's yeah, the grief is real when you have a dog that's been with you for a whole lot. And he literally awakened so much independence with me. We were traveling together. Then I had another two, so it was my family because I didn't have children. I didn't have a partner. This airplane is very loud. That was literally my family, you know. Yeah, it was an ankle biter, Nate. I had a Chihuahua cross Jack Russell, then I had a miniature Dachshund cross Jack Russell, and then I had a Australian Silky Terrier. So I had three small dogs, and they grew up together and absolutely beautiful. But since I've moved now out of the UK, I don't know if you can see my other dog out here, there. So
You
that's
moved
my
out of the
puppy. She's
UK?
just walked away. Yeah. 5 years ago, I moved out,
Oh
so I
yeah.
don't live there anymore. I left Europe. I left colonization. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So this is one of my girls who was born actually in my garden to a stray puppy. Let me show you her. Hold on.
Let
Whoops.
me see her.
Yeah, there she is outside. So
Hello,
she's three. Yeah,
beautiful.
she's 3 months old. Her name is Sky, and she literally came from the sky because I did
Gorgeous.
not expect to have another dog. And my other dog Milo is somewhere else. But yeah, she really is a blessing, really a blessing, and she came from the universe truly because she came with a name. And the dog who was stray gave birth to 9 puppies, and this is the one I ended up keeping. Unfortunately, some of them passed away, and then I gave away some. But as I say, all of this was completely not what I expected. But the universe decided, this is exactly what was going to happen in my life. But like I was saying, it's literally about awakening empathy. And he came as a spiritual dog because after I was spiritually awakened and I'd never had dreams about him before, I dreamt about him playing with my current dog, my new dog, who again I didn't pick, came to me, and I saw angel numbers on him in my dream. I saw him in neon with the number 711 written on him. So there's a lot of stuff that comes through animals as well. And I have a great connection with animals. I have strays come in my garden all of the time. I even have I have several birds' nests in my garden that they
Have you
always
checked
plug
your
up their
natal chart?
nest. My
Like,
what, sorry?
have you checked your natal chart, like in terms of your
No.
breakdown of your astrological
Is that the
sign?
same as a birth chart?
Yes. So it's like
I
I don't know
have,
if
but I
you,
can't
you're
read it.
okay. Oh, like you can't bring yourself to read it, or is it like
No, I just don't know how to read it. I've got it, but I'm just like, what does that mean?
okay. But you obviously put in the time you were born and location,
Yes.
yada yada yada. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could, you know, whatever it shows. I mean, there's another. I'll send you a website where it so the planetary transits it goes in depth in terms of what it. Okay, it goes in terms of the detail of what it like emotion, like your emotional DNA, what it's comprised of. Basically, I don't know how. Like for example, okay. I'm Virgo, my rising, sun, moon, Mercury, right? Full Virgo. But then I have Leo in Venus in Leo, and then I have Mars in Sagittarius. And I know that because yeah, Gemini's. Oh God, Libras. I track Libras a lot. I track Aquariuses a lot. Um, I and then just break like the whole breakdown of like different planetary type. Okay, like I have two that's Aquarius, two that's Taurus, one again Sagittarius, and one in Gemini. So it is. Oh, look at the dogs! I like big dogs as well. I love big dogs.
Yeah,
I
I
I
do.
I
Well,
get
since
on
I've got a
well
bigger
with
house, I've got a big dog now. Wonder if I can get him. Let me. Oh, he's actually sitting over
No.
there. Okay, let me show
Is it
you.
Milo or
I
Sky?
can show you. Yeah, Milo and Sky are sitting together now. It really is so cute. Hold on, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you them outside now. Hold on. Let me show you. Hold on. If I can turn the camera on,
I
it'll be
want a
better. Hold
double
on.
XL bully.
They need a lot of love. They do.
Oh,
Hold on. Let me turn the camera around the right
I
way.
got a lot of love.
There we go. There, see, they're sitting
Oh,
together.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God. That is
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah, they've really got a pack together now because when Sky was a puppy, he was terrified of her, really scared. And honestly, it's only just happened the last 24 hours that they've started to sit like this now, because now I've decided, you know what, let me let him sleep in my room a little bit because I think he was missing company. So I said, let's sleep on the floor. So we have a little sleepover on my floor in my room. And I let her in this morning and she started to spoon with him. And you know, when they do back to back is like a protection. So, you know, if there's danger, one looks that way, the other looks that way. But that's actually the first time I've seen them spooning.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm glad that we caught that. That is so cute. That is so lovely. I'm so happy. I'm really happy. So yeah, dogs, like having the animal connection is a connection to the spiritual. Because again, like this is nature. And when animals can read you and you can read them, oh, it's glorious. And I have a better connection with animals. I've had more animals in my house and garden in the 5 years I've been here than I have humans. Truly. I have.
And that's a good thing. That is a fucking good thing. That's a great thing.
Yes.
My
Yes,
opinion.
absolutely. Absolutely good thing.
Like,
El Pipiano, it's been ages.
I know. How
It's
you
been
been?
so long. I'm good. How are you?
I mean, do you know what? I kind of just like come off the app for a bit. I can't lie. You know the local election. My area where I live, they voted reform.
Oh, is it reform?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is it Essex?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're
Do you know
fucked.
what though?
You're fucked.
No one has
Sorry.
ever been horrible to me around here. Me and my friend did get a crazy stare the other day though. Oh my gosh, my man was just big.
Remember,
He was
you
so
know
big
they
and
need to.
red, and he had that
You know
the
they're
Three
gonna give it
Lions tattoo
time.
on his arm.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get
We'll give it
comfortable,
time.
girl. Don't get comfortable. Now
Oh,
that they're
trust me, I'm
in,
not.
now you see how it will change. Yeah. Can I just get the ethnicity of both of your biological parents, please?
Eritrean.
The black panel. Eritrean. That's it, girl. Remind the people. Remind the
Come
people.
on.
Thank you. Yeah. And Jamal is here as well. Jamal, good to see you. I'm glad you're back on the panel again because we had a
Happy
great
Windrush Day, by
conversation.
the way.
Happy. Thank you. I didn't even know it was Windrush Day. I did not even know
Oh,
that
it
it
is.
was.
Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't
I
know.
didn't even know.
Yeah. So
We
what
should
does
make
that-
a bigger
what
deal
are
about
people-
it.
We should. If I'd known, I would have put the banner as Windrush Day. I would have done it or done something about it. Let's have a look, actually. Let me look up something to say. Oh, actually, on that note, there are some things that I wanted to bring up as well for the Black diaspora and for Black culture. And I think this is a great segue into this. So for those of you guys who want to celebrate Windrush Day today or want to celebrate just Black culture, and if you live in London or can access London, please go to the Barbican in London, okay? They've got a great display which has actually been launched on the 11th. And it was basically, it's called the Project a Black Planet. Right? So it's basically the art and culture of Pan Africa. And it's a program of more than 50 events across art, cinema, music, performance, talks, and more, bringing together artists, thinkers, and communities from across the African continent and global diasporas. For example, in places like Africa, Brazil, Caribbean, North America, and Western Europe. Okay, so that will be amazing. So please, in and around London, if you can get to there, the Barbican. Project a Black Planet, right? Go and do that, especially if you've got time this weekend. Please go and see it. Another thing as well, from those talking about Windrush, anyone from the Jamaican diaspora, they just have had, right, the 11th biennial Jamaican Diaspora Conference. You know about this, Jamal?
Not about the conference, no.
Yeah, so 11. So it's been running for 22 years in Jamaica itself, right, in Montego Bay, and it was just on from the 14th to the 18th of June, and it's discussions about investment, returning residencies, agriculture, education, philanthropy, technology, security, youth engagement, disaster response, and climate resilience. Okay, so now you've got 2 years to prepare. Anyone from the Jamaican diaspora, if you can't make it to Jamaica, maybe connect with them if they're going to be doing it online as well, because this is very important because it's been going for 22 years already. Okay, so look it up. 11th, so just look up Biennial Jamaican Diaspora Conference. Okay, have a look into it. You must go. And then to bring it home, it's not about Windrush or nothing. This is actually just about us as black people and brown people, okay? If you're from the Black African, Caribbean diaspora or from background, this is, like I said, health. If you don't know, the chances of getting diabetes increases after 25. This is very serious for those of you who don't know. So please check yourself out, because of course, if you get support early, it actually can stop you from getting any long-term serious conditions. If you go to, if you put into Google, Know Your Risk, Diabetes UK, it's actually a thing called riskscore.diabetes.org.uk. You put in your age, your weight, your waist measurements, and your family history and ethnicity. You can actually get a personalized risk score for diabetes. And it will also give you some advice on how to reduce your risk if you need to. And if it shows, of course, you're high risk, it will give you details on how you can request a blood test from your GP. Very important, guys. If we're talking about the longevity of black people, I know there's not going to be anything to harm us because the colonizers tried to wipe us out and we're still fucking here. And they're the ones who are dying out now. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. But I want us to live all really long, happy and healthy lives. Okay, so please get yourself checked out for diabetes. I have myself recently, actually. I've done many health tests recently. So please look after yourselves, eat good, live good, get sun. You need that vitamin D, spend more time in the water, really think about cleansing your energy. Mr. 555 and I have talked a lot actually about spirituality, and we were talking about incensing and cleansing. Yes, I can absolutely repeat that information. So again, the first thing is for culture, please go to the Barbican in London. It is the Project A Black Planet exhibition that is running. Very amazing. Please go and watch that. The second thing I said was the Biennial Jamaican Diaspora Conference. It's just gone now, but it will be in another 2 years. Please keep that in your mind and try to connect with that. As I said, if you can't get there, if you can't get to Jamaica, see if there is an online way that you can actually be a part of the conference still. And the last thing is, please check yourself for diabetes. If you are over 25 and if you are Black, Caribbean or African, it's actually an increased risk. So go to riskscore.diabetes.org.uk. I will write it in the comments section for you guys now. Actually, if you just Google, right, Know Your Risk Diabetes, and I'll write that one because it's going to be too long or too difficult for me to write the whole thing on the screen. Okay, so we put Know Your Risk Diabetes. Okay, so put that into your Google. Then you can do an online check to see if you're at high risk of diabetes. So please get yourself checked out. There's a few things for you. So happy Windrush Day to everybody here. Happy Windrush Day.
Happy Windrush Day.
Happy Windrush
Happy Windrush Day.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's do this, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. I had something funny talk about to just. I had something funny talk about to just. I said, what? And they said, no, Cypriot people. I said, they didn't come on the same boat that we did. Hello. It was literally called Windrush because of the boat. And what it was is that the Cypriot government, the Greek Cypriot government, they had said, as part of the just the government, by the way, so it wasn't recognized by anyone else, that if you came to the UK in a certain period of time and as a foreigner you would get some kind of benefits or something, but basically they weren't part of the Windrush generation. They just piggybacked off the name. They tried to say if you could be any other immigrant, that was invited to the UK or whatever, but they just decided to piggyback off the name Windrush Day, like
Yeah, that is
crazy.
Bruh.
Can you believe? Can you believe? I can't believe it said that. I said, what is this? Let me look it up. And it was, of course, I think it was only 2 websites that said it. And of course, one was a Facebook page.
Oh my gosh,
So
that is so
stupidity.
stupid.
It was so stupid. It was so stupid. So, yeah. Well, comment section. Did I see Baby Preston? Yes, yesterday. I was going to talk about it, but it was actually too emotional for me. It was, I couldn't talk about it without crying. So I could not talk about Baby Preston. And I was going to talk about how white men are just, how they treat children. We've talked a little bit, of course, about the DV, just a little bit
Yeah.
here, but of course, this is Black Panel and we're talking about Black topics. But
Have you seen
get to see the barbaric nature of white people and the things that
You
they do
whitey
to women and
people, you're
children.
all like that.
Have you seen the trend
Yes.
that some girls are doing where it's like when he just leaves me instead of unaliving me and our entire family, and they're talking specifically about YT men? It's like a trend that the
Oh,
girlies
for
are
God's
doing.
sake.
I
I've
think
not
that
seen
lets
that.
us know the level to which things are getting to, innit? Because for
Yeah,
that
I
to be
mean,
a trend is concerning.
we haven't got trends like that. We're black.
Yeah, no, I'm just
We ain't
saying,
got.
innit? That's the girls literally have a trend like that, and I've seen it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's
Honestly,
sad.
it's honestly
Wow.
sad, but
nonsense.
it's not surprising.
It's so nonsense. Yeah, exactly.
No.
It's not surprising. I mean, it's kind of sad, and I don't want to defend them, but is that a trauma response? I don't know. Is it a trauma response, like making a joke, making light
I
out
think
of the
that's what
things
it
that?
is.
Because we
I
know
don't
that
think
white
it's
women
meant
have
to be like
suffered
a
to
light.
a
It's not
yeah,
supposed
to a
to be a
certain
light-hearted
extent.
joke, but it's
Yeah,
become like a little trend, and I think they're trying to just bring light to a sad thing that happens whilst
yeah,
having a little giggle together. Because obviously it's not funny, but
yeah.
when do you know what I mean? If things are that bad, like if you don't laugh, you'll cry type of thing.
Mm.
Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
But it's more
It's not.
insidious to talk about, like, because I've looked into this in terms of during the height of the suffragette movement, when they used our race, obviously, because we're always at the forefront of every single societal change, right? Or
We're
advocating.
there because they
You know
even
what I mean?
take
We're there.
our fist.
But
Goddamn.
but they use our causes and to only advance their own agenda. But I think is white women had the opportunity to break away from and to already dismantle said patriarchy. It's just because of their proximity to power and how much they
Yes.
love power. They were like, you know what? We can settle for said scraps, and
Yeah.
we see
And
as
do
a
the
result
same
of
in their
today.
own way.
Yeah,
And do the same.
it's all in
There's
an
a
attempt to. Sorry,
Yeah,
go on.
there's a video I posted on my page yesterday with kind of similarities. Some guys here know already that I went viral on X last week, this week. I don't know. Time is just it's a human construct, right? I don't know anything about time anymore. But I was viral recently on X because I'd asked the question if Henry Novak deserved to die, based on the fact that they always say that black and brown people deserve to die because if you don't follow the rules, you deserve to die. Like, if
Yeah,
you're not doing
respectability
this, what did they
politics.
do? Yeah, respectability politics. So I asked the same question because Henry Novak was the instigator in the case. Did he deserve it? That's my question. Just a question. Using white logic, I'm asking the same question. They
Who
were
instigated?
furious.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you not know the case?
I don't know what actually, like, I don't know that much. So I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Girl, read the case. Read the case. Yeah, see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. If you don't read the case or read anything, that's how they get you. I read the case, right? I was probably one of the first people to actually read the case because I had about 600 people. Because my prompt was, "Why is nobody talking about Henry Novak being a bully?" I had like 600 people in the room. What do you mean? Where you read that? What are you talking about? I'm like, on the internet. Like, you've got the internet. I'm reading the same thing you can read. I was like, and they were like, "How come you've got access to that information?" What do you mean? It's not just for me. Like, I'm literally reading it. And they got so angry. And then what happened yesterday was I went into this woman's live. So as I mentioned, I was going to talk about the Jamie Varley and Baby Preston case yesterday, but I was too emotional. I couldn't do it. So I was sitting in this woman's live and I was just listening to the case. The way that she was talking about it was so blunt and brutal. Like I said, I could not do it without crying, but she was talking about it and I was like, let me just listen to her. Let me just listen. And it was live, actually, his sentencing, because of course he's got a full life sentence. And I was watching the BBC update and it said 4 minutes ago he's been sentenced to the full life thingy. And all I wrote was that in her comment section. Just been given a full life sentence. She pinned my comment. You're scum, you're this. And I'm
Raw.
like, girl, just focus on your topic, girl. Why are you focusing on me? You said this about Henry Novak. I never said anything about the boy, except for what I'm reading. I read the case. I read it. And then she's like, you're this and you, this white woman, and this is where I'm getting round to, this white woman had the audacity to say, you don't represent black people well. That's what she
Oh,
said to
God.
me.
Talking shit.
You don't represent black people well because I represent black crimes and I talk about black crimes. This is what she said. So she was trying to say she was a better advocate for black people than me. I'm not here to advocate for represent any black people. I don't think it's not a label I put on myself, but that's just the way it is, right? When we talk up here, we're supposed to represent in a subconscious way. But this white woman got very upset, and I know why she got upset, because I've broken out of white narcissism, like we were just talking about, right? White
You know what
women,
she really needs to
how
do?
how their proximity to the patriarchy, to whiteness, and if they feel that any black woman, especially in their power, they come into their power, who's the first to get upset? White women. White women are the first ones actually to get upset about it, and they get upset in a more different way, because white men just hate everybody indiscriminately. They hate themselves, they hate every black person, brown person, other white men, they hate it. But white women, they get very upset at black women. Very, very upset. And you know how many people were in that room? This is how triggered she was. She stopped her whole conversation to address me. There was 1,500 people in her TikTok room. She stopped to address me.
Yep.
I think
You
there's
know
a
what I
say.
will say about YT women and their issue with us, yeah? It's something I've noticed, even on the smallest level. You know, my partner's not black in it. He's YT, but
I
he's
think you
a
told me.
traveller.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a traveller.
Oh,
Even the looks that we get, oh my God, it's like, why are you with him? Or when I've spoken to girls and I show them like, oh, like, yeah, I have a boyfriend, and I show them a picture, and it's like a look of almost disgust, because why would he be with me? Like, it's really, really weird.
jealousy.
It's so
It's
weird.
just jealousy.
Yeah, and
It's just the
hatred.
jealousy.
I'm like, damn, what did
Yeah,
I do
the
to you,
hatred,
man?
the insecurity. No, you took
It's not
their
my fault that
man.
he wanted a
You took
pretty
their
black
mans.
lady in it. Like, it's not my fault. But some of the looks and some of the, you know, like, you can sense when the conversation shifts or when the tone shifts. I always sense that. Not with everyone, because not everyone's like that, but I sense the shift a lot. It happens a lot, and it's very weird and
Oh, yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yes, black women especially. I mean, and of course, any male, black male who's also spiritually awakened, we know we feel energy more. We feel it. We feel that what the room is like. We can sense danger. We know where to avoid, what to go into. We can kind of have we also have the gift of foresight as well, right? We know what's going to happen before it happens. We're like, and we always be like, I told you so. We can do that. I told you so stuff. Like, we knew that. That's where
I
all our
think
faces come from.
there's a couple of sayings. First of all, I think there's white women are the men for women, if that makes sense.
Yes. 555, where did you go? 555, come back, 555. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
And
It
the
is.
second
It's
one
hierarchies
is
still exist.
absolutely, and the second one is like when it pertains to us, which is funny because we're all, as well as being educated people ourselves, our highest degrees of PhD we have in white people.
Love that for
You're
us.
so true. That's right. That's so true. That is correct. That is correct. But they also have the same one in us too. They've studied us more. then we've studied them. Yeah, their
But that would
whole
assume that they
existence is
study.
based on us. No, but they have though. They've got books. They're philosophers. When they come up with the concept of race, is because they were seeing us, right? And that's what their existence is on. In the
I mean,
UK, as we know, or the British
yeah,
Empire, racial hierarchy was built because they studied us. They studied
and stole from
everybody
us.
on this
How do you
planet
think they learned
and
how to
stole
bathe?
everything.
How did they learn how
Yeah,
to
we
bathe?
taught
They
them.
studied
Yeah,
us.
But they
We
still don't
taught
wash their
them.
legs.
yeah. Yeah, this washing leg stuff was so funny. It's
Yo,
like, you
I
don't wash
can't
your
believe
legs?
people don't do that. That's mad.
I don't know.
Yo,
I don't
no.
know. I don't know.
I had to
I don't
make
know.
sure when I got with my partner, I made sure that, do you get it? The hygiene was on
He
point.
washed her.
Yes.
I don't
Make
play
sure you
them
wash your
games.
legs. If you're going to be with me, make sure you wash your legs, all three of them.
But he's from a culture that is like, do you know what it is? Yeah, even between YT people have different cultures, right? Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
travelers are very
Yeah.
clean people. They
Yeah.
really, really, they believe cleanliness is close to godliness. That's how he's been raised. But some of the other people, yeah, and some of the stuff he's told me, I'm like, bro, the man them needs pattern off.
Yeah.
That's not
Do you know
right.
what I love? I since I was young, not young, but like in my 20s, I would always go to a Turkish hammam. Like I freaking
Yeah.
love a hammam is the best. The best. And the country that I've moved to, they have a brilliant Turkish bath actually. And I would go every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks to get my scrub
You feel like a new person
down.
after.
Yeah. Oh, hammam is the best thing I was ever told about. And of course, it wasn't an English person who told me about hammam. It was an Indian friend that I used to have. She told me about hammam. I was like, oh, yeah, let's go, let's do that. And we would go all the time. If you guys know in London, the Crystal Palace Spa, when I was living in England, I always used to go to the Crystal Palace Spa. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. And I'm so glad where I live now. And there's a beautiful Turkish spa that I go to here as well. So, woo!
My mum goes to
I'm
that.
due.
She does that a lot. Like she's the one who told me about it. And then within my culture, we do different, like Eritreans, yeah, we have like different types of, we have like our own type of spa where you can go in and they do this hair treatment called lahai, which is like a whipped butter for your hair. You steam yourself. You sit on the little, you know, the little seat for the steaming. So you steam your whole body and it's got the little hole. You go in one of them, you get steamed, they scrub you down, everything is so nice.
That sounds so good. Naomi in the comment section, good to see you. She says, oh, I had that.
If you
Oh,
ever
I love things like
find a Sudanese, Eritrean, Ethiopian spa, I highly recommend go there. It is so good.
Aerodynamics says steam tuntun.
Yeah, no, you're basically doing that. You're steaming your whole body, but also the tuntun. Do you get it? It's good for it.
Brilliant. Oh, I love it.
Eat
Like
fresh.
feeling clean is so beautiful. I love my African sponge, my cloth, my loofahs, my particular scented body oils and creams. Oh, I love it. I saw that. What was it that I saw a TikTok recently about white people not moisturizing even after they have a bath. How can you not moisturize? How can
That's
you not
why the skin is
moisturize?
aging like that.
Yeah.
Moisturize.
You have to lock it. You have to lock in. Like your body is how many percent water, including your skin? Why are you not
75.
moisturizing? 75%. Thank you. You must moisturize. Oh my
Listen,
God.
I don't know what my man had going on before me, but all I know is he definitely moisturizes. That's all I know is that he's doing it here and now, innit? I don't know what was going on before me, but yeah, the lotion, I check it. It goes down.
Check
It goes
it. Yeah.
down.
Lady Savage says their skin doesn't need it. Naomi says their skin doesn't look ashy if they don't moisturize. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
but they do get
I guess
ashy
they
though.
can get away
They
with
do
it.
get
They
ashy.
do. It just looks their ash just looks the same color as the skin. That's why if you look up
That's
close,
all it
I'm like,
is.
that's ash. That's ash right there.
Ashy.
Yeah. So, I need to call my mother today then if it's Windrush Day, and I go back to that part of the conversation because my mum is from Grenada. I saw someone else in the comment section say their mother was from Grenada as well. My family have done certain reunions in Grenada. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to go. It's annoying for me because on this spiritual journey, I don't know if anyone can relate to this story, but I've been very financially comfortable for quite some time, but the universe decided I was too comfortable and I ended up losing a lot of money, which has been crazy because for years I've been very comfortable, not even comfortable, but affluent. And the universe said, as part of my spirituality, I'm going to remove friends, I'm going to remove family, I'm going to remove money. Yeah. This is what happens in spirituality. It's literally just to get you to disconnect from all of the things in your life so you get another level of independence, and money was one of those things that the universe removed. And so when my family have been connecting in Grenada, I haven't been able to afford to go, which is so annoying. But we know what it's like in the diaspora. The flights to go to certain places are so freaking expensive. They're so expensive, and of course it's done intentionally because they give us all of these old secondhand planes, and you know what it's like even in the continent. If you go to the motherland, flying in between African countries is expensive. They want to keep
It's
us apart
so
from each other.
expensive.
Very
No direct
expensive, too
flights for
expensive.
me as well. There's no direct
Right.
flights, so
We're
it's
supposed
a
to have
headache.
direct cheap flights, and I think they're still trying to work on this. I know that they're doing some visa-free access between the Caribbean now and the continent, which is excellent. Because I know that they're definitely seeing it, and of course they're removing Europeans out of their countries. It's a difficult journey, but we're on the right tracks now. And I always try to put everything into perspective. We've had hundreds of thousands of years of Black people on this planet, building, growing, cultivating, doing all of these things. The Europeans have only been in control for 400 years, and that shit is changing. Let's have some perspective on it. That shit is changing. Black and brown people are waking up again. We're decolonizing. We're understanding our heritage. We're understanding that the white man is being exited out of the system. Great replacement theory is something that they've had to come up with to come to terms with the fact that they're dying out. They're not getting replaced. No one's replacing them. And they're now saying, oh, it's a genocide. We're being genocided. By who? By what? Like, why? It's not happening. It's not happening. So they're understanding now that their numbers are dwindling. Nobody wants to procreate with them. Capitalism is expensive. And they've tried to genocide us as Black and brown people, but they've never been able to succeed, and they never will, because we are the chosen ones. We are the ones who actually came from the earth.
Also,
came from
I
the
feel like
stars.
they forget that
This
we
land
are.
belongs to us.
It's like they forget we are the global majority. They were never the majority.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah, they
that's
never will.
not. Yeah, like you was
No.
never the
And they're a
majority.
genetic
So
mutation. They're a genetic mutation that's
yeah,
only 8,000 years old. So that's why it's easy for them to be gotten rid of. Very easy.
real soon,
But
majority of
they do it
people,
themselves.
majority
But
of
they do
people are
it to
gonna be like
themselves.
mixed or black, and that's gonna be
Yeah.
literally it. Because everyone's like, even think about it like this shit. If they didn't like us so much, why would you put all our countries in a position where we have to immigrate here? And then look at us now, we're
Yeah.
all having kids together. So it's like, I'm even part of that. Do you get it? The bloodline, me and my man's bloodline, it ends with us, bro. We're switching it up now. So it's like, do you get
We
it?
had
If you don't want
this,
this,
yeah.
you shouldn't have come and done
555 and
factories.
we were talking about the procreation part a bit earlier. I was saying, because I'm a twin flame, right, and my twin is actually white, that I felt the universe was awakening me to say that I'm going to have a white partner, but I've never had any children. But in my life, I don't want to give birth. After 26, I said, that's it, no more. And I've understood my independence. I'm not supposed to give birth to children, but I have talked about adopting children. And if I did, they would definitely be black children that I would adopt, because I want to pass down this knowledge to somebody, but it has to be black. And I want the money to stay black. It's important to stay
Yeah, for sure.
black. That's one thing I absolutely say, because I see too many problems actually with mixed ethnicity couples, is that there's not enough understanding of what blackness is supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like. And
you know
that is
why?
actually quite dangerous. It's quite dangerous now, though. Like a few years ago, yes, interracial dating was fine, but now and I have to bring this up. I need to do a live on this, because honestly, I'm fucking terrified. I'm so terrified. I've talked a lot about human rights recently, so we're going to get very political for a moment, guys. We know that Reform wants to delete the Human Rights Act. Human rights gives you the right not to be killed by your own government. People do not understand this. Only was it put in place in 1998. Reform have said, we can just do away with the Human Rights Act and bring in a British Bill of Rights. There is nothing anywhere that has stipulated what's in the British Bill of Rights. The Human Rights Act also entitles you to housing, healthcare, and education. They want to delete all of those things. And you know what a British Bill of Rights would look like? Just protection for the 1%. It would not talk about protection for any citizens in the UK at all. And regarding this Jamie Varley and Baby Preston case, we'll go back to that for a minute. I'm sure you're all seeing the same thing on your TikTok. Bring back the death penalty. Bring back the death penalty. You
It's
want to bring that
concerning.
back? Yeah, this is why people should be very afraid, and reform cannot get in. They want to get rid of the human rights and bring back the death penalty. You will be the first people that will be on that chopping block for the death penalty. Black and brown people will be put on there. These people think that the justice system is so fair and everybody who gets put in prison is innocent. Is guilty. That's why I talk about the Henry Novak and Vikram Digwa case. Nobody has read that he was the instigator, and actually it was an act of self-defense. The Vikram Digwa did such a stupid thing. He did such a stupid thing pulling out his other weapon. It was not the kirpan, it was the other. He then stabbed the boy in both of his legs, not realizing that he actually did it in the chest as well. That's why the boy died. And that's why it is a black and brown person. You have to be very careful, more careful than usual, that the justice system is never on your side. It never has been, and it never will be. And now with this in mind, they will legally kill us. There's a reason why I left the UK 5 years ago. There is a reason. Right, someone else wants to come up. I am going to end the live shortly, but we have, because I can't see their profile picture, I don't know if they're still here or if they're coming up. Ada, actually, hold on. I am going to disconnect them, and they can come up again if they want to. But yes, Justice for Eves. Thank you so much, Zah. Good to see you. Yeah, this is exactly what we're talking about. You can have a black man killed in the street almost a month ago now, and he still has not got justice. They're doing all of the steps to get through it. They've reviewed the CCTV now, finally, and said, hey, you know what? It was 2 security guards that ran into the old man. They've
Feds
said that.
unalived the boy in Liverpool like a month and a half ago or something, and the only reason I even know about it is because one guy from Liverpool was on a panel where we was discussing all this reform stuff, and he literally talked about it. Otherwise we would have never known, because it's not
black
been
boy?
in the media. Yeah,
Black boy?
he was. I think he was quite
What's the
young
name?
as well, and I don't remember now. I'd have to go find it for
Is
you
it
and then
in-
send it to you.
Yeah. It's not the toddler. Is it the nursery thing?
No. It's a young man.
Something else.
Yeah, but I think he
Because
was.
this is it. It's when we're getting justice for black men, black women, black children, the justice system does still not work very well in our favour. I will say that recently, though, the Daniel Andron, the boy who was killed by the guy with the sword, right? He was killed. Remember that boy? They called him Sword Lad. Sword Lad, as if Sword Boy, yeah, as if he was the one that had the sword. But good news, the guy, he got 40 years. 40 years in prison. And also I do kind of have to think, is that because he's an immigrant though? Because he wasn't a white British guy, English guy. He was from Eastern Europe, I think, somewhere, the guy? Is that also a reason why he got 40 years? He was he Spanish, Jan? Spanish. Okay, so yeah, don't think that this law is still going to be protecting anybody who is, outside, who's not English. Like, white English law will protect white English people and other white British people who are like Scottish, Welsh, Irish, etc. He is still a white immigrant, and he's got 40 years. I don't know, man. I don't know. This world is
I
crazy.
still can't
This
believe
world is crazy.
they labeled it and they called the kid Sword Boy when bruv,
Yeah.
that was the most
He was the victim.
disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, actually so disgusting. But do you know
I
what,
think he was walking home from school, wasn't he? Walking home from school. That guy had
Yeah.
ordered some samurai swords online and just went out and just people.
Do you know something that I wanted to say in regards to, because you mentioned like the interracial couples thing, yeah? Something that I've noticed that some people don't do, and listen, I'm not mixed in this one, yeah? But people don't educate their partners and people don't vet their partners properly. They don't ask them the right questions. Not only did I vet my partner, but when he come around my family vetted him. And we did it so good, he didn't know he was being vetted. He had no idea he was being vetted, because why would I make you know that you're being vetted? Because then that defeats the whole purpose. But people don't do those things, and they don't ask the right questions, and they don't sit down and have serious conversations about race. That's where the problem lies. If you do all those things, you vet the person yourself, you get your family to vet them. Getting your family to vet them is such an important thing. You're going to do it with any partner, but you have to do it there's a little bit of a different way you do it when the partner's not from your culture, right? And having those real conversations with them, it helps to know where their head is at, because a lot of the time they will be honest with you. So it helps you see where their head is at and what it will be like in the future if you get married, have children and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people go wrong. Why do you think we've got so much a generation of people whose parents, they have one racist YT parent? Because your parents didn't flipping vet them. They didn't have these conversations with them.
About race, yeah.
They just do this whole, I don't see race. Like, that's stupid to say that.
Yeah,
it's a dumb thing to say.
We did talk about this earlier. Absolutely. If you are now in 2026, or at least from 2020 when we're more awakened, if you're a black person and you're dating somebody from a different race, like, it really is important that they understand racial discrimination, racism, the way that the world looks like, what it looks like through a black person's eyes. So therefore you can protect each other in a better way. It's very important. We've got now Sebastian, and I'm going to wrap up the live now. Sebastian, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Good day.
Yeah, could you give me the ethnicity? Hi, yeah. Can you give me the ethnicity of both of your parents, please?
Both
biological
Caribbean.
parents.
Both Caribbean, Jamaican, black.
Cool. Thank you so much. So yeah, it's been a very random conversation. I always put like spirituality, LGBTQIA, disability. I don't know how long you've been listening for.
No, I kind of dropped in and out. I did drop in and out, but I just want to tag on the back of the young lady that was just speaking just there. I think that's probably where I'm probably going to get the most. I do totally agree with her. I don't know if there's a correlation with, and I know I don't want this to look like I'm attacking black men. I'm not. I'm a black man myself, but I do find that it seems to. Well, I don't know. It's probably too broad for me to make that claim, but I do have a feeling sometimes that black men who have children in outside of their race, and if they are not involved, I do feel like that child is easy to be corrupted by white, westernized thinking more than if it was the other way round.
We've talked about the white mother, black mother theory.
Yeah,
and
totally
the heritage culture. Yeah, the heritage and culture always comes from the ethnicity of the mother. So that way around is absolutely what happens. It really does. I don't know if anyone's seen this. I think it was on Jubilee. They had maybe like 5 women that had black mothers and white fathers, and 5 women that had black mothers and white fathers, and the difference was palpable.
It
like really was palpable. Yeah, it was like definitely. Night and day. But that's the thing, but it's not to say that happens 100% of the time, because I had someone recently that had a white mother, right? They have a white mother, but they were actually very much understanding their black side, the black person, what that looks like, and culturally.
Yes, Mumsy actually cared about the culture. That's why.
Yes, they did. And he did say, he did say that his grandparent was white and English. He was half English and half, I can't remember. But he was saying that his grandparent was very racist, the things that he was saying. Then, of course, it did filter down. And he was basically the first people in his whole bloodline to be black. He was. So he had to be the one to awaken and understand things, and how that would then pass down to his children. So it is very important in this day and age, like we've all agree here, like we've talked about, like El Pimpiano has brought up again, is that if you are interracially dating, make sure that you vet your partner. They have to be very clued up. And I've even said, if I have a white partner again, they need to know more about black people than I do. Like they need to know more. They need to know more. I want to learn from them. I want to learn from him. Like, you tell me some shit, you need to be more pro-black as well than I am.
And
So
I
that's
just want to
very
say one
important.
last thing before I go, and it's to add on what you've
Yeah.
just said there as well. Another thing that I've also come to realize is when like you said, if you're gonna be dating outside your race, you should do your due diligence, understand each other. But me personally, I'll be honest with you, as a black man or even as a black woman, you got to make sure that does your person who's not black have any black friends? Because me personally, if you're a white woman and you fetishize over black men and then you manage to get a black man, but then you don't have no black female friends to help you navigate things, how to do their hair, you don't have anything, you've got nothing, no safety mechanisms to kind of bring you back in to be like, you know what, you're not raising just a white child. You've got
True.
and I find that's another thing that is over. It's not just vetting them, vetting who are they around. Do you even have any cultural people around you at all? If you don't, then you're screwed.
It's even little things like, are they willing to learn your language? Are they willing to follow certain cultural practices for you to make you happy? Like, for example, with my partner, bride price exists in my culture. It doesn't exist in his. He's happy to adhere to that and do it because it's my culture and it will make my family happy and it will make me happy, even though it has nothing to do with him. He's taken the time to learn how to read and try to speak my language. Little things like that. Even asking, let's have Eritrean food for dinner today. Let's do this. Like, let's go here. When are we gonna go back? Like, when are we gonna go visit your grandma back in the country? And it's little things like that make a difference. He even, bruv, I got him taking out my sewings and braiding my hair. Are you crazy? I don't play
That's
those
what makes
games.
it really exciting. If you have somebody that's really excited about your culture, and actually I was disappointed actually. I've been out with a Sikh guy before. He was not fully Sikh, by the way. He didn't wear the turban. He was not as cultural as I wanted him to be. I wanted that boy to be heavily in culture because I was like, yeah, black girl, brown guy, come on, let's get in our culture. It felt like I was forcing him.
Oh, bless you.
And I was disappointed. I was like, yeah, come on, we're going to do some culture days because I wanted to connect with my own as well. I wanted to connect with my own. So I really wanted to be that, because if I were with a white guy, what kind of culture are we going to be doing there? Like nothing really as much. But if I date a black or brown person, like please, I really want us to be heavily involved in things and to encourage each other, especially if we have been colonized. Because I always say on this platform, I have been heavily colonized. So I want someone to encourage me. I did say I was going to end it, but I saw my two beautiful sisters who wanted to come up and have conversation.
I'm
as
the
well.
opposite,
Water Goddess. Yeah, and also
English
the
is not
Empress as
even
well.
my first language. I don't have a choice. This is who I am.
I know. This is colonization. Water Goddess, are you there? Water Goddess? Yes.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah. Can you just share your ethnicity of your biological parents, please, with the people?
Of course, I am monoracially Congolese. I am Ngombe and Luba. Wait, that's what you're asking, right? Yes.
Yeah, love that.
And I
Thank
am
you.
black.
And the Empress as well. Are you there, the Empress?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, everyone.
Hello. Hi there. Can I get the biological of your ethnicity of your parents, please? I said
Yes,
that wrong. Ethnicity of your biological parents, please.
Yes. My mother was born in Nevis, in the Caribbean, and my father is from Montserrat, in the Caribbean.
Lovely. Beautiful. So yes, what was the reason why you lovely ladies wanted to come up to the panel? You got quite a lot of background noise as well, the Empress. I know you've got the TV in the background. Is it possible you can turn
It's
it
the
down
radio.
and move to another
Yeah,
room?
I'll turn it down.
It's the radio. Yeah. Thank you. The Water Goddess, we'll go to you in the meantime while she does that. The Water Goddess, what would you like to add?
Honestly, I came back in your live and it said that you invited me 40 minutes ago. So I was like, oh, let me just say hi.
I did. I was like, I need more black people, and especially black women, because anyone who was here last week, it was all men last week. Yeah, it was all men. I say it was beautiful. It was absolutely brilliant. I was like, I need more women in this space as well. Come on, we need the balance. So
The
of
men
course
have
we
more
talked about.
energy to fight. We're tired.
No, that's not it. No. We will always find energy to fight for things that matter, right? Men just have energy to
True.
spend, so they just be fighting.
No, of course. I'm just saying, I think we're all a bit, we just need a little break, a little breather.
I personally, as me doing this platform, I would love a break. Like, that's why I keep asking other people, like, when are you doing your Black Lives? Like, when are you doing your lives where we're really going at colonization in the UK? Like, who else is going to do it? Who else is doing it? Too many people are catering to the right wing, and they're not protecting their space and not protecting their energy. So I'm tired. I'm definitely tired. I'm like, please, everybody else who is black, when are you doing your TikTok live so I can come to your space and support you? That is my questions. Because I'm about to eat some hamburgers or cheeseburgers after this, because I need to feed my face and do some self-care and soothing for food. That's how I have to do it. The Empress, are you there now as well? The Empress, have you got your radio off?
I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah, I've turned it right down.
Hello, my darling.
Going back
Hi.
to what a fellow was saying not too long ago, he was talking about, I think all of you were talking about it, but really traditions and things that black people do, and what, if you're going to have a child with a black person, you should know about the child's hair, how to comb hair, how to
Yes.
look after her skin, because we always grease down every day, as you know. So you should know these things. And another thing is, when you come into a black person's house, you don't step in their house without saying hello to them first, the head of the household.
Yes.
And I had this experience yesterday with an in-law, or so-called in-law, whatever. And I just thought, you know what, this is so rude. You don't know how to come into my home. You've been here before, but you don't know how to come into my home and say, hi, such and such a name, how you doing? And I'm gonna pull her on it, because that just don't wash for me. You, as a black person growing up, couldn't go into any other black person's home and not address the head of the household as you hit that doorway. You can't
Do
do
you
it.
know what? Yeah, I came across a video kind of saying that recently. It was a white woman who was going out with a black guy, and she was saying that all the black women were saying hello to the guy and not the girl. And she was trying to make it a big deal. And it was like, well, why are you not taught to actually go and say hello to them?
They
Like,
don't learn these
you're
things.
not anyone special. Yeah, it's like when you go to somewhere, or you feel like it's a different country, why are you not taking? Because if I'm in a white space, I do go and
You go
say,
to the
"Hi,
head of
how
the
are you?"
household and
Yeah.
says, good afternoon,
Yeah,
good
you
evening,
introduce
hello, whatever.
yourself. Yeah, exactly. Or you bring something, or you say something. It's like, because you're in someone else's stranger's house. But that's what gives them entitlement, that they think that the whole world should shift to them.
Well, I didn't say nothing
No
to her in
way.
the end, and we were there in the kitchen. Next minute, I did glance around, and she was on her phone, and I thought, yeah, go on your phone. Then about 5 minutes after that, they left. I thought, yeah, go on about your business. Yeah, no, I have no manners. Go on. You know what I mean?
But you know what it is as well? I know it's entitlement, but it's also their insecurity and the fact that they are more shy than they're willing to admit. So even when it comes to things like learning different languages, you know how they always say, oh, I would love to speak a different language, but I don't, because they're afraid to fail. They are very insecure people, so that's why they keep themselves to themselves. It's not a
Well,
level of
I'm seeing
confidence
this.
they
I'm
have,
seeing this. Yeah.
and sometimes their arrogance is because they actually don't know how to approach people. They're not
But
confident
I mean,
like us.
it's not the first time she's met me. It's not the second
Yeah, I
time
know,
she's met
still
me.
not
Not the third
confident.
time she's met me.
She's still
So I don't get it.
She's still not confident.
But
She's still
another
not
point to that as
confident.
well is, I have to clue my son up and make him know, when such and such a people, whoever it is, comes to my house, make sure they say hello to me, because that's manners. And I brought you up with manners. You should know that.
Do you know what I think it partly is? I think they're not actually used to how we feel, in the sense that they're not used to being the only YT person in the room. I'm used to being the only BLK person in the room. So for me, it don't affect
Yeah.
me like that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you might have a little bit of underlying, a chip on your shoulder a little bit, you know, you're watching your surroundings a bit or whatever. But I'm used to it. It don't bother me. But on the flip side, it's a very uncomfortable thing for them, because they're not used to it. And they just,
Yeah.
it's like they don't know what to do with themselves. It's very interesting to watch.
Well,
know,
nobody's
sometimes
gonna
I'll
eat
vote
her.
for an
You
event.
know what I
in her
mean?
own
We
skin.
eat already. No, she's not gonna get eaten or put in the stew pot or nothing. You get me?
Do you know what I will
Yeah,
say?
because we have to worry about that on the other way round.
What
Yeah.
I will say,
Right.
is I went to a rave. I went to a rave, yeah, and it was a majority BLK people rave in it. It was a house event, but it was a majority BLK people house event. One of my boys was there, and he's YT in it. I've seen him, I've spoken to him, and he's like, raw, like, I proper feel awkward, like I'm the only, like, thingy here. And I was like, how do you think I feel every single day of my life, brother? Suck it up and go have fun. Like, seriously. I was like, I don't even want to hear this right now. Like, shut up. I don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
I know he didn't mean it in a bad way. He was just a bit shocked in it. But I was like, brother, like, this is my life. Like, go have fun. I saw him later, he was with a whole group of gallons. He was having a good time. But it made me laugh that he said that. I was like, bro. I was like, brother.
Yeah, exactly. We're seasoned out here. We're really seasoned.
He looked at me and he was like, you know what? You're actually right though. He was like, I didn't even deep that. And then he just went off and he had a good time.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Nobody's gonna eat you. Nobody's gonna put your head off.
Oh, that was joke.
Yeah, exactly. But like even with the shyness, right? In some, and as we know, in especially white Western European culture, they have this internalized fear, and they don't realize that they have the historical imprint, their own history imprinted on their DNA. So the fear that lives with them, they obviously fear whatever's happened before coming back to them. And because of course of colonization and the brainwashing, they've always thought now that we are the ones that are going to be cooking and eating them when it's them that have been doing it, you know. So they do have that, whether they know it or not, they're born with that kind of fear and intimidation. Because
Who's
that's what
that?
their ancestors told them.
I stick out like a sore thumb. I was like, brother.
Don't eat pork. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right, on that note, my lovely ladies, I'm so glad we ended with ladies now. Like I said, I was just like nice for guys. This week is ladies, and I'm so glad. But now I must end it because I'm hungry and I've not eaten anything so far today. Like I said, I want to go and get some burgers. Yeah. To enjoy myself.
I'm gonna go
I
have a nice
understand. I'm on my way to the
pastry.
Supermarket, yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Right, thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, everyone in the comment section. Thank you for listening. Good dawning. Oh, I wish you could have joined us. I didn't know you were there. Good dawning. Good to see you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Selena,
Take
for coming
care,
by. I'm glad that you
ladies.
found us. Thank you, Flux. Thank you, Ohu, for coming by. You said you were going to come today. I'm so glad. Autonomy, good to see you. 369, thank you so much. Thank you, Zra. Thank you, Empress, Water Goddess. Thank you, El Piano. As we say, it's been too long since we've seen you around here, so I'm so glad. Too long, girl. I'm glad that you're back. So I really hope that everybody has a wonderful weekend. If you guys are watching the World Cup and you're enjoying it, please continue to enjoy. If it's sunny in the UK, I hope you go and enjoy the sun. And yes, thank you, Skyper, for the reminder.
And a
Happy
little
Win
message
Rush Day.
before we go. The World Cup is proof that it's the government that wants to divide us. All of us want to dance in the streets together and have a good time.
It's true. It's so true. It's really true. And yeah, we have to be bigger and better than everything that they tell us that we're supposed to be. Right. Thank you.
Sure
Oh, and
thing,
Dark
sure
Angel
thing.
as well. Dark Angel. Bye. Right. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. I'll be back on Monday.